Hello, everyone. Oh, hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Can you guys hear me? Okay, I can see the participants are joining, but not yet connected to the audio. All right. Hello, everyone. Hello. Okay, I can see Arzan is over here. For all of you guys who are connected on Zoom, I would want you to turn on your cameras if that is possible for you guys. So, one thing that I would want from your side is that you guys have to stay active on the chat box, just like we do on YouTube. And tell me one thing, you guys have friends? Yes, everybody? So, send the link to all of your friends, right? This is an open session. Everybody is allowed to enter the class on Zoom. So even on YouTube, I can see I have my other device over here. I can see some people are commenting on YouTube. That is Nasreen Mothership. Hello. So I would want you to connect on Zoom if that is possible for you guys. Everybody can join the Zoom link. For the people who are watching us on YouTube, everybody welcome to GLECTA. And in today's class, I'm going to take up your problems, your doubts, all of that related to statistics. So tell me one thing. Okay, I'm getting answers. The comments. I'm Nasreen. It's my mom's name. All right. So Arzan. So, Arzan, you're there on YouTube as well. Yes? You can unmute yourself there. Not a problem with that. So, on YouTube, I always used to have comments over here. So, Nasreen, are you there on YouTube? Is it the same Nasreen or is it different? Arzan, that's you, right? Oh my God, I always thought that that it is Nasreen, somebody named Nasreen. You never mentioned me in the YouTube comment section as well. Okay. All right. So your name is Arzan. Now it's something that I'm going to remember. Now, see, that's the benefit of taking a Zoom live class, I would say. All right. So I hope you guys are doing good. And see, as I said, stay active on the chat box, right? I can see your chat boxes over here. And again, I'm saying those of you who are not connected on Zoom, I mean, if you're watching us on YouTube, Mothership says over there, I'm Abdul. And Abdul, you do not have the link. I see on the comment section over there itself, we have updated the meeting ID and the passcode is also given in the comment section on YouTube. So everybody who's watching us on YouTube, you guys can come live on the Zoom. It says that the host is not allowing participants to unmute themselves. Oh, all right. Wait a second. In that case, Arzan, there you go. Now you are unmuted. You can speak up, Arzan? Yes? So say loudly, hi. Oh, all right, all right. Now I would want you to mute yourself. Right. So the controls are in my hand. I'm going to mute and unmute you guys. All right. So now over here, I'm going to start with today's class as statistics, but telling you about the future class as well. We have an English live class. English live class on 18th of February, right? So those of you who are facing problems in English, you guys can connect in English class as well. Coming back to the math class, tell me one thing. Is there anybody who's attending the class for the first time over here? You guys can text me. I can see there are a lot of participants. So anybody who's Arzan says that he's enrolled, all right. And what about others? Ilma, me. Okay, first time. Aryan says he's attending the class for the first time. All right, all right. So I'm going to start with the basics of statistics. So tell me one thing, this part. So Arzan says tables and graphs. Yes, statistics, definitely. What else? Abdul says bar graph. Okay, there is Abdul. Analysis of data says Aryan. Very good, Aryan. That's the apt way, the mathematical way, I would say, of describing statistics. That is when we are analyzing data. because we would have some pictures, and if I want to analyze those pictures, what does each picture represent? That's pictograph part, right? Sometimes we are drawing tables, sometimes we are drawing pie charts, as Arzan and Danish say, right? So yes, all of that comes under statistics. So when we are technically dealing with data, that's when we use statistics. Now, the three important concepts that we are going to discuss in statistics: mean, mode, median. The three M's of statistic. So, does anybody know what do we understand by the word mean? I mean, what does mean? Okay, I can see somebody has raised hand. All right, so I'll ask you to unmute. Okay, now you can speak up. Very good. The same answer is given by Tanvi, Arzan, Abdul, everyone over here. Yes, very good, guys. So if we talk about mean, we do the total divided by the number, right? Now that's an easy part. What kind of questions are asked in your exams? In your exams, they would give you, okay, what do you get the sum? What would be the number over there? They would not ask you the directly, okay, tell us the mean. No, no, no. They're not very sweet in that terms over there. You know what? One thing that I have realized is, okay, not about me, but I would want to ask from you guys, what do you prefer more? Like the YouTube live or the Zoom session? If anybody wants to speak up, you guys will have to raise your hands. All right. And then I'll have to allow you to unmute yourself, right? So, two participants raised hand. Okay, Abdul, you speak up. What do you like more? Why not Zoom classes? Oh, oh, okay. From that perspective, yes, I would say that. But honestly speaking, from my perspective, I would say that on YouTube, you all can see me, right? But I'm unable to see you all. Like today, I got to know that one person, like Nasreen, I know that is very active on our YouTube channel. He always comments. Now I got to know that, okay, that was Arzan, and I'm seeing him for the first time over here, right? Otherwise, I've always talked to someone named Naseem, right? But now I got to know that it was his mother's name. Never did he mention it that it was not his name. So he was staying active that way. Yes, Aryan says that it is interactive. So in terms of interaction, I can ask you guys questions, right? Okay. So over here, when we were talking about mean, as we said that we add up all the numbers and we divide by the total of how many numbers are there. For example, over here you see the table below shows the presents bought last Christmas by the four meanest meanies in million. What was the mean amount spent by the meanies? So over here, if these are the costs that are given to you, as we discussed, what is mean? You add up all of them, right? So 1p plus 4p plus 1p plus 2p. That is a total of 8p. And divide the total by how many numbers are you adding? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you divide it by 4, right? So you get 2p. Now this reminds me of a division shortcut by 4. You guys love mathematical shortcuts, right? So when you're dividing by 4, any number divided by 4, just take the half of the number twice. Calculating the easy ones first. For example, if I have 8, half of 8, 4. Half of 4, 2. My answer is 2. Now, coming to the other kinds, like when the number is technically not a multiple of 4, let's say 26. Half of 26 is 13. Half of 13, that would be 6.5, right? Half of 13 is 6.5. So you can directly say 26 divided by 4. In decimals, you're going to get your answer as 6.5. Now, of course, if I'm giving you these kinds of shortcuts, I have the right to ask all of you to give me the answers. So tell me, try to do it mentally. If I write 40, let's write 42. What would be 42 divided by 4? Your answer will come out to be in decimals. So tell me your answer is in decimals. Okay, so I can see the answer is when we do 42 divided by 2, when we take basically half of 42. Half of 42 is 21 and half of 21 is 10.5. Very good. I can see a lot of you guys have given me the correct answers. Great, great. So that was just a division shortcut by 4 that you can remember. Particularly talking about this question, we are getting 2p was the mean, right? So my answer is 2p. Simple, right? I hope everybody understood the basic concept. You guys can nod if you're not replying me. Like, I know it takes time for texting. You guys can say a yes, all right? Okay, yes, everybody understood that. See, in Zoom, you guys have that option that you can let me know if you want me to go over it again. I'll go through it again, not a problem. Coming to the next question. Nadia counted the number of flies in 10 bowls of her school canteen soup. Now that is so weird, isn't it? Like counting flies? Seriously? But okay, if the question says so. The number of flies are shown on the right. What was the mean number of flies in the 10 bowls of soup? So the number that we have to calculate, that is 10, right? So over here, I want everyone to take their pens and their papers. Be ready. I just told you the concept of mean. Mean is nothing but the sum of all the numbers that you're having divided by the total number of times you're adding the numbers, right? The total numbers. Arzan says disgusting. Even I saw that question. I was like, okay, why would somebody count the number of flies and that too in canteen soup? Like, yeah, weird, right? Okay, I can see. Okay, I'm getting the answers. Aryan says 10, Arzan says 10.2, Tanvi says 10. Most of you guys are saying me 10. Very good. So over here, if I'm going to add all of them up, 9 plus 11 plus 12 plus 12 plus 9 plus 10. Oh my god, plus 5 plus 10 plus 15 plus 7. I would have to divide all of this. How many terms? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 10 terms. So you would get a total of 100, and 100 divided by 10 is 10. So my answer would come out to be 10, and I can see a lot of people have given me the correct answer. Very good, everybody. My answer would be 10. All right. Now moving on to the next one. Like over here, this one. What is the mean of these numbers? Again, very, very easy. You just have to add all of them up, right? Come on, quickly, everybody. I'm waiting for your texts. And side by side, I'm also reading the comments on the YouTube. Okay, Arzan has given me the answer. Very good. See, I knew that Arzan is very, very active, like he's giving me answers today, but I never knew it was Arzan. Arzan, your name came as a shock to me. I'm still processing it. Okay, now I'm randomly going to I'm randomly going to unmute you people, and whosoever I'm asking to unmute over here, they would have to give me the answer. All right. So, okay, I have asked somebody to unmute. Yeah, Abdul. Abdul, can you tell me what would be your answer? Mm-hmm. 8. Yes, very good, very good. You would do the sum of all these numbers and divided by the numbers, right? So you would be getting your answer as 8. Okay, I can see a lot of people have texted me their answers as 8. Very, very good. All right. Now the next one. Mean of the data. You have to calculate the mean of this data. Come on, everybody. I'm waiting for everyone to do them. And then I'm going to unmute you guys and you have to tell me the answer. All right. Okay. I can see Drovika. Drovika, can you please unmute yourself? Okay, I will have to change the person because I asked the question and the people left. So now my question is going to shift to Tulisi. I think I'm pronouncing your name correctly. All right. Yeah. Sorry? Okay, okay. Abdul has is raising his hand. Abdul, you can text me your answer. Yeah, I'm reading your comments. Yeah, that is correct. So a lot of people have given me the answer, as in like over here. Tanvi is asking me 39 is not divisible by 7. No, it is not. So over here, what we are going to do is 12 plus 1 plus 4 plus 6 plus 3 plus 5 plus 8. Definitely, we are getting 39 and we are doing 39 divided by 7. So you can leave your answer in fractions itself. That would not be a problem. All right. Even if it is not divisible by 7, we can still do it. All right. Okay. Now coming to the next one. There are questions in your mean part where they would give you the mean in the question and they would ask you that, okay, tell us the sum of the numbers. What would be the sum of the numbers in that case? Sum of numbers is mean times the number of numbers. Why? Because we're changing the subject. I told you guys that mean equals the sum divided by the numbers, right? So what we are going to do is multiply this mean and the numbers together to get the sum. So I have just interchanged them. Whatever is getting divided over here on the right side, that would get multiplied in the left side, right? So that's what my formula becomes then. So over here, if I want to calculate this, the question says Ham, Chloe, Ethan, Sam, and Tom do a sponsored swim to raise money for their favorite charity. If the mean amount raised was £24, how much sponsorship did Ethan collect? So over here, how much sponsorship did he collect? You would have to figure out over here, mean is given to you. See what we can do. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 numbers, right? So what would mean be equal to? Mean would be equal to sum divided by the numbers, right? So over here, what do I do to calculate the sum? The mean is £24, right? What would be the sum? You do 19.5 plus 22 plus, I don't know what amount Ethan has. So let's say it has X. Now here comes a little bit of algebra as well. So this X plus 26 plus 32.5 divided by the number, which is 5, right? So what we are going to do is we have to find out the answer. So over here, you can times it together. So Abdul raises his hand. Yes, Abdul, you can speak up. Yeah, sure. You don't need to ask that. It's not a problem. Yeah. Okay. I thought he was going to give me an answer over here. So over here, how do we calculate the value of x from this part? Over here, just add all of them up. Add the others. Okay, Tanvi is raising her hand. How do I unmute you, Tanvi? Just give me a second. Let me see. There you are. Yes. Now you can unmute yourself, Tanvi. Speak up. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes, first you would have to times it first, like 24 times 5. Then you subtract it from 100. All right. Because over here, this entire thing is equal to 24, right? So I'm going to do 24 times 5. Okay, I'm sorry. Over here, I'm going to do 24 times 5 equals 100 plus x. That's what we are getting, right? So 24 times 5. What is going to be 24 times 5? Can anybody tell me? Yes, Abdul is raising his hand, and along with Abdul, two people are raising their hands. Okay, one second. Now there are two Abduls in my class today. So yes, Abdul, speak up. All right. And when you subtract it from 100, you get a 20, right? So you get x equals to 20. That's my simple answer. Okay. Everybody, those who wanted to like answer the questions and that's why they were raising their hand, they can lower their hand. And if anybody has any doubts, any questions that you would want to ask or anything that you did not understand, then you can raise your hand for sure. Okay, Arzan is raising his hand. Where is Arzan? How do I unmute you? Wait. Yeah, Arzan, there he is. Yes, Arzan, speak up. Okay, I'll tell you again over here. We are calculating mean, right? I mean, to calculate mean, I told you what's the formula? You do mean equals the sum of everything divided by the number, right? How many numbers you are adding up. That's what we do. Now, over here, the mean is already given to me in the question, right? I need to figure out what number should be over here so that when I calculate my formula for mean, over here, the mean should come out to be 24, right? So I'm just going to substitute all the values. The mean is 24. So in my formula, I'm substituting 24 only. The sum, you add up all of them. I don't know how much amount Ethan has given, right? I don't know how much sponsorship Ethan collected, right? So I'm going to take that as a variable. Let's take it as any letter x. So I took this amount as x and then I added up all of them. So 19.5 plus 22 plus x plus 26 plus 32.5, right? I added all of them up. How many numbers am I adding? One, two, three, four, five. I'm adding five numbers, right? That means what number should be there in the denominator of my fraction? I'm going to have a 5 in the denominator, right? So when I have a 5 in the denominator, see, add up all these numbers. This one. Apart from x, because x is a letter, of course, you calculate the sum of the remaining. That is 19.5 plus 22 plus 26 plus 32.5. All right. And when you add them up, you get 100. Keep that x as it is. 100 plus x divided by 5. That's what we are doing, isn't it? So we have this entire fraction. This is equal to what? The mean, which is 24, right? So over here, we are going to do 24 times 5 equals 100 plus x. So when you have to solve it, 24 times 5 is 120. See, this is a little bit of algebra about how we do it. We are getting 120 is equal to 100 plus x. How do we calculate the value of a letter when we have an equation? Always apply inverse operations. Give me a second, Arzan. I'll give you time to speak up. I have to apply the concept of inverse, uh, you know, inverse operations. If 100 and x, they are being added, right? So if you want to calculate the value of x, do the opposite of addition. What's the opposite of addition? That's subtraction, right? So you subtract 100. So you do 120 minus 100. This is equal to x. So I get the value of x equals 20. All right. Arzan, now did you understand? Yes. Now tell me, what were you speaking? You were about to say something. You were going to speak something. Oh, all right. Now got your answer to the question? All right, great. Any doubts to anybody else in the class? No doubts? All sorted, all clear? If you guys do not have any doubts, see, my simple motto is that I would ask my doubts to you guys. And again, I have posted over here, you can see the meeting ID is given, the passcode is given, right, in the Zoom chat box. So you can invite any of your friends to the Zoom class session, right? We always should be thinking about our friends as well. That's what true friendship is, isn't it? So you should be inviting your friends as well next time. So tell me one thing. You guys have friends in school. You guys play together, right? You can nod if you're saying a yes and you can say a no like that, right? So when you play in your school games and everything, you have your friends together, right? So when you're attending a free live session, which is absolutely free of cost, why not bring your friends along and then you guys will be answering questions, right, together, and then there's going to be a good competition, right? Arzan says I chat with my friends on Discord. So in Discord you can send the link to them as well, right? You can just forward them the meeting ID and passcode itself, right? And apart from that, although right now I know everyone is attending the class on YouTube, I mean on Zoom, sorry, and I'm side by side reading the comments of the YouTube channel as well over here, telling you one thing, that after this, you guys have to go to the YouTube channel and like as well to the video. Do not forget about liking it. Abdul said that correctly. It helps us to grow, right? So over there, after this Zoom session, you have to side by side click on that like button, share, subscribe, everything, right? Okay, now coming to the next one. Over here, we say the average weight of five parcels is 3.7 kgs. Four of the parcels are identical and each weigh 3.5 kg. What is the weight of the fifth parcel? Guys, try out this question as I have mentioned it over here. This is a past year paper question, right? So you need to answer it. Come on. It's similar to what we just discussed. I'm giving you the formula again. What are we doing? We are doing mean equals whatever is the sum divided by the number, right? That's what we do. But the total sum is not given to me this time, isn't it? So I would have to see for it. The average weight of five parcels is given. We have four of the parcels that are identical. Identical means they have the same weight. Okay, I'm waiting for you guys to answer me, and I can ask anybody to give me the answer. So you guys have to be prepared for that. And okay, I started receiving texts. All right. So Tanvi says 4.5, Abdul says 4.5. All right. The other Abdul also says 4.5. So I can see the people who are named with A. Abdul, Arzan, Aryan, they are very, very active. See my name? A, right? The A's are quite active. Okay, so now I'm going to ask, whom shall I ask? Anybody raise their hand? Okay, I can see Muhammad. Muhammad, I've asked you to unmute. Please unmute yourself. Do you know how we can do this question? Yes. Can you explain how are we getting this answer? Oh, okay, okay. Anybody who would like to try? Try explaining. Okay, I can see Abdul is raising hand. Okay. Now both the Abduls are raising hand. I am getting confused whom should be. Wait, it's the same Abdul. Wait. Okay, okay, wait. Both the Abduls are sitting together and they're raising hand. Oh my god. Now that's so much confusing that whom should I give a chance? All right, I've asked you to unmute. Yeah. Okay, one second. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Abdul, but I think you're connected from two devices, right? That's why your voice is echoing. So, if possible, can you please just turn down the volume over there on the second device and then you answer me or put yourself on mute there? Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Now tell me. Yeah. Very good. Over here, we have four of the parcels that are identical, and four parcels weigh 3.5 kgs, right? So that means the total weight comes out to be 14. And let's say the weight of the fifth parcel, that is x kgs. So I would say 14 plus x. Now we have to put it equal to what? This is 3.7 kgs in total. The average is given as 3.7, right? 14 plus x divided by 5 because we have 5 parcels. This is going to be equal to the mean, which is 3.7, right? So we are going to do 14 plus x equals 3.7 times by 5, right? So x, now how do we solve it? We always take, okay, Tanvi says A's are active because active starts with A. All right, that was a nice one, I would say. Okay, coming back over here. See, if I want to calculate the value of any letter from any equation, how do we do it? Inverse. 5 is getting divided. So opposite of 5, that's multiplication, right? So you're going to times it when you send it on the other side. That's why I have done 3.7 times 5, right? Now 14 and x, they are being added, isn't it? If you do 3.7 times 5, you definitely have 18.5. But what about this 14? 14 is being added to x. Opposite of addition is subtraction. So I'm going to subtract 14 and you would get your answer as 4.5. So all those who had given me their answers as 4.5, absolutely correct. Very good. Okay, did everyone understand this? This was a past year paper question in your 11 plus exams, right? Any doubts to anybody? Yes, today we mainly discussed about the mean, right? Now tell me one thing. Are you guys facing any kind of problem in your school, like in statistics? I'll give you a chance if anybody wants to speak up, right? If you're facing any kind of problems in your schools or anything, you guys can raise your hand. I mean, raise your hand on the Zoom board so that I get notified that you're raising your hand. Are you facing any kind of problem? Any questions that you would want to ask? Tammy, come on. No questions to anybody, no? You guys can nod. Okay, Arzan has something to ask. Yes, Arzan. Oh, they didn't teach it yet. All right, all right. But did you understand today what we mean by mean? Mean is not so mean, right? Okay. In mathematics, we study about mean, but the English meaning of mean, do not be mean in life. That's one thing. That's what I always say. I used to crack this joke with my friends, right? Okay. Arzan, okay, you are texting me also, you're speaking also. Great. So if anybody does not have any doubt, let's come to the next part, which is mode. I told you mean, median, mode. The major kinds of questions that they ask are from mostly mean, or they can also ask median. We would not be doing median today, but we can cover up mode today. Mode is the number that appears most frequently in a set of numbers. That means if a data is given to you, you guys told me in the beginning that statistics is nothing but analyzing data, right? How we are interpreting data. So over here in the data that is given to you, what do we understand by data? Actually, data is just collection of information. Like over here, suppose you know that we have our populations of the country, right? Where exactly are we using statistics in real life? We have to calculate the population of the country. How are we doing it? We are interpreting the data, isn't it? We are seeing that, okay, which is the most populous country, which is the least populous country, which state is the most populous, right? Now, over here, when we come to calculating mode, any number that appears a lot of times, that would become mode. Now, over here, for example, 1 is occurring twice. So I say, okay, mode is 1. But over here, if I have 1 and 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 3, 4, 4, 4, 5 and 5. Now each number you can see is occurring at least twice, right? In this case, 4 is occurring the maximum number of times. So my mode becomes 4. So in a given set of data, it is very, very easy to interpret the mode, right? So the kinds of questions over here, we have this question is based on the following data set, which represents the number of times that Chris's friends cycled to home. 9, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. What is the mode of the given data? Can anybody give me any answer? Okay, I can see a lot of you guys raising hand and Abdul is fighting. Okay, let me raise the hand. Okay, this time, apart from Abdul also, I would want others also to raise your hands. Come on. Okay, I'm getting texts over here. Okay, I've got the text. All right, all right. You guys can lower your hands. You can text me actually. You can text me. All right. Over here, okay, one second, one second. I forgot to read one comment. Rosalind says over here that she just arrived. Rosalind, you missed out all the mean part and the mode part that we were discussing. But no, never mind. The class would be uploaded on YouTube. So, of course, you will have access over there. So, you can watch the class again. Okay, Arsh is raising his hand. Arsh, can please unmute yourself and tell me what would be the answer? The answer would be 9. Why? Can you explain me why? Because in this process, 9 is being repeated twice. Very good. So over here, we have the mode as 9. Simple, right? Calculating mode is very, very easy. Now coming to the median part. Median is just the middle of a number, right? The number that you have written in the middle of the data actually. Sorry, my bad. Not the middle of the number. The number which is written in the middle of the data. One most important thing while that you have to keep in mind while doing median, that whenever a set of data is given to you, you always arrange it in ascending order. Always arrange it in ascending order, and then you look out for median. Over here, of course, I can see that 7 is written in the middle. So I can say, okay, 7 is my median, right? Over here, I can see Tanvi and Abdullah raising their hand. Okay, Tanvi, please speak up. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, darling, no, darling. That's a different thing that you're talking about. When we are talking about median, we are just arranging our data from smallest, start from the smallest number till the biggest number, and then simply see what number is written in the middle. That's it. All right, Tanvi? Okay, Tanvi, I think, muted herself again. Abdul wanted to ask something. Yes, Abdul? Okay. Yeah, that's what happens when you connect from both the devices. Abdul, whatever you want to ask, you can, it's better, I think, that you text me. You can text me your question and I'll read the question and I'll answer you. All right. So okay, over here the question is based on the following data set. Over here, the data that is given to me, 9, 2, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. What is the median? Now, technically, if you write 9, 2, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, telling you a common mistake that I have seen a lot of times people doing, what they're going to do is they would see, okay, over here 5 is written in the middle. That's why they would say that 5 is the median. No, not at all. Over here, you have to write from the smallest. So the smallest number is 2, then 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. Have I missed out any number? 2, 4, 5, and then we have written 6, and 9 is written twice actually. So 6, 9, 10. Now, if you see, 6 is the number that is written in the middle, not 5, right? So your median would come out to be 5. All right, just a second. Let me read out your chat boxes as well. I'm receiving some over here text. Okay, I can see. Abdul is asking, doesn't it work for the descending order as well? Yes, but you have to just write it in order. Now it's up to you that if you want to write it in ascending order or if you want to write it in descending order. Over here, when I told you about this, usually we take up ascending order. The definition says that it is a set of ordered numbers. So it's completely fine if you want to do it for descending orders. Okay, Tulsi is raising her hand. Yes, Tulsi. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Earlier, when you were saying that, we were just talking in general. I was explaining the concept, right? So that was a different thing, right? Now, over here, when we are talking about this, you can have numbers like, let's say, I have 2, 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. Now, from the left and from the right, you see it's not just 5, but 5 and 6, both of them. They are okay. Tanvi is saying that was what I was talking about. All right, Tanvi. I thought you were talking something related to mean. All right. Now I'm getting your question. So, over here, now when we have to calculate for the mean, because we have two numbers in the middle, so I'm going to take the average. Average, we just studied 5 plus 6. I mean, the sum of the numbers divided by the number of numbers that you're dividing by. So you're going to get 11 over 2, which is simply going to be 5.5. Simple. Got it? So in today's class, we discussed about mean, median, mode. They were the three M's of statistics, right? Then, of course, the last part, which is range. Range is nothing but the difference between highest and the smallest. Like if I say that there are like, I can see 20 participants. I'm taking a test, for example, right? And everybody in my class is scoring marks between like somebody scored 82, somebody scored 83, somebody scored 95, somebody scored 100, but nobody scored less than 80. What is the range of data? Over here, everybody is getting marks between 80 to 100. That's the range that we are talking about. So the last 20 units, that gives me the range between 80 to 100. I'm going to have that, okay, every person in the class has marks between 80 to 100, right? That's what we mean by range. So if I have this question, a very, very simple question, what is the range of these numbers? See, what is the highest number over here? We see the highest number is 100. What is the smallest number over here? I can see that the smallest number that we have is 3. You just do the difference between the highest and the smallest, and you would get your answer as 97. Simple, right? Tanvi, Abdul. Okay, Abdul, there are two Abduls, and both of them are giving me the correct answer. Now I get confused which Abdul are we really talking about. But yeah, that was the concept of range, right? Now, did everybody understand everything that we discussed today? And if anybody has any doubts, any questions, you can ask me up. You guys told me that you have not done it yet in your school. So, right, I can see some people are joining right now. But unfortunately, now I think it's time to end our session. Okay, tell me one thing. Apart from statistics, is there any particular topic that you think that you're facing problem with? I always ask this so that I know that okay, in the next live class I have to take up that topic, right? Okay, Rosalind says that she has done it in school. All right, all right. So let me know if you have any topic that you're struggling with or you would want me to go through that particular topic in the next live session. Any topic like that? Come on, I'm waiting for you guys on the chat box. Algebra, speed, time, and distance. All right, all right. I can take that up again. Right. Okay, okay. Over here we can. Yes, Tulsi? All right, all right. So algebra, I know that is something a lot of people struggle with. But those of you who have not watched our videos on YouTube, there are already, I guess, two videos on YouTube. Search it up, or I'll ask the admin team to send you the link specifically. There is already a live session in which we discussed about algebra, speed, and time. Right. So watch those videos, and of course, in the next video, then I can take up new concepts. So, okay, Pratyusha over here says algebra, Galaxy Tab A7. That's a good username, I would say. Okay, you need help with algebra too. All right, not a problem. I'll take up algebra then. Algebra is everybody's favorite. That's what I can see. Okay, Abdul says compound measures. All right, Rosaline says probability times. Arsh says non-verbal reasoning. Dear, you can ask me any math topic. Non-verbal reasoning, I think. Okay, if you want to have a session for non-verbal reasoning, then we can have that as well. But I told you about your English session as well. The next session that you guys would be having would be your English session, right? So make sure that you attend your English live session on 18th of February. And if in case you have any doubt questions in English, you can send it to the management in advance, right? All right, I can see a lot of people are requesting me for algebra. All right, then done. Next class topic, algebra for sure. We're going to do some questions. But again, I'm telling you, in case you haven't watched the videos that are already there on the channel, go and watch them up. And then because I will be asking questions in the next live session from that particular video. All right, so everybody has to practice that up. Okay. All right. So that would be all for today. And thank you so much, everybody, for coming up. And I want to see each and every one of you next time as well. All right. Miss, if we want the link on Zoom, do we ask the WhatsApp number? Yes, we can. We can. All right. Abdul says, please don't do algebra. Abdul, don't worry about it. We would do it algebra. If you already know and if you're already strong with algebra, then remember that I'll be asking you most of the questions. All right, Abdul, then be prepared for your answers, right? Abdul knows almost all the algebra, right? So I can take up algebra. Abdul is also asking if there is a mock test. Yes, it is. And the mock tests are uploaded on Google Classroom, right? So you would be getting that on Google Classroom, right? Okay, so that would be all for today. And I was saying thank you so much, everyone, for joining. And I want to see each and every one of you the next time as well. Be prepared for the questions, all right? Bye bye, everyone. Take care. Bye bye.